Hi folks, welcome to Stacey Can Can. My name is Stacey and I can. If you are new to this channel, I'll give you a little information about me, and if you've been here for a minute, well, I'm excited to share with you some fun upcoming additions I will be making to this channel and also to my website. So I hope you'll enjoy this tour that I'm going to be taking you on. First, a little background information on me. As mentioned, I'm a master food preserver. What is that? So each state in our country has got their own agricultural school, and through those ag schools, the counties in each state, in most counties I should say, not all counties, but most counties in each state has an extension office affiliated with that ag school, where they have a variety of free resources for their community to help service their needs in that community. For instance, there's a Master Gardener program, there's 4-H, they also help run the SNAP Ed program in the states in affiliation with other state resources as well. And under that umbrella is Master Food Preservers. So we are trained and certified personnel who we volunteer our time, but we have to take courses, and we have an interview process that we go through and a class that we take, and it's like labs that we do to get ourselves up to speed, and then we have some mentors that we work with, and then we have to do continuing education each year. And these classes and such in continuing education are often run by the local agriculture university in their food sciences professors and the folks in their departments. A lot of these folks have their PhD in food science, so it's really fascinating and good information that we receive, because it's up-to-date information, science-based, and it's set up to be safe for the communities. And we, as Master Food Preservers, get to share that with our communities by teaching classes and going to local farmers markets and educating folks and etc. And we always have goodies. So if you ever go to a local fair or things like that, again, sometimes at the farmers markets, if we have a booth, stop and buy, because we often have free samples of delicious goodies that we have preserved. And this is an example I wanted to show you of a binder that we receive, and of all the information that we get in our class training. So I feel real confident, and I'm very passionate about teaching folks how to safely preserve food. I have a very fun and informative newsletter coming out this year, and I'm very excited about it. In the newsletter, it's going to have a little bit of a science corner to it, where I will talk about any new and updated food safety issues or just new education that comes up, as I am trained almost monthly with some new information from my extension office, and I will use that opportunity to share all that great information with you. Along with that, I'll have planned out kind of what's coming up in the following weeks. So if you want to follow along, you can go ahead and get your ingredients and get yourself prepared so you know what's coming up, which is great. An example of it, I will be tackling winter canning in next month's newsletter. It's my inaugural newsletter, more on that as it's finished and created. But I will be chatting about winter canning, because a lot of folks just think it's for the summer, maybe spring. But winter canning is a great time to do and to preserve cheap meats, because they're often really inexpensive or have a lot of sales right after the holidays of any of the meats that they didn't sell. Well, it's a great time to can up some beef or chicken stock. You can also, pressure can any of your meats just to have you prepared and ready to go. And keep in mind, and when they're done well and safely, they're available and edible and shelf stable for 18 to 24 months. So, you do have some time for that. So you can preserve it now, and you can even eat it next December, which is very exciting. So those are some examples. Another fun thing coming up in winter is citrus season. A lot of folks don't realize that citrus season is actually January through March. Obviously it varies a little bit depending on weather and how things are going, but it's a great time to do any of your orange and lemon and grapefruit and lime marmalades and shrubs and jellies and jams. Those are really great time to do that. And also chutneys is a good thing to do as well, for this time of the year. So it's a great time to preserve those items too. So I'm looking forward to sharing my newsletter with you folks. Another good tip for winter months is to get your dial gauge tested at your local extension office, or at least contact them and ask where to get your dial gauge tested. It lasts for a year, so might as well do it in the winter, and you don't have to worry about if you need it to run out and have it done in the summer months or what have you. I know it's one of those things that I always forget that I need to do until I need my pressure canner, and I'm like, oh no, I haven't tested it. And because it does change. Mine changes often. Now, you don't have to do this if you have a weighted gauge. This is just for a dial gauge. I have both. But when I do things like pressure canning a bunch of things, foods like tuna, which I do with my neighbors, there's 5 families that get together and do it, and I end up running my pressure canners anywhere from 5 to 6 times. So I like to have 2 canners going at once, just to keep things rocking and rolling. And this is a great one because I can stack the jars in here. So I do like to use my dial gauge canner when I'm doing big projects like that. So get your dial gauge tested. And my final addition for the year is going to be a new video each week, or most weeks at least. Just kind of a little short little blurb, and it could be based on how some new equipment information, or a new tip or trick that I have learned, or how I'm using what I have preserved in a recipe. For instance, the most recent video that I've put up is the plum and pear and thyme shrub, cocktail shrub or beverage shrub. We are using that by adding some olive oil with some salt and pepper to it and making a salad dressing, and it has been delightful. It is really, really good. Those are also really great for marinades. So I'll be showing little small videos on that as well. So I've got some fun things coming up for the year, and I'm excited to share all of that with you, as well as any information that you are looking for regarding the extension offices. Just check down below in the show notes. Everything I've covered here will be in the show notes as well. So you can reach out to your extension office to gather additional information. It is based on state to state, so if you kind of reach out to another state, they may redirect you back to your own state, simply because they have to keep track of their the people who are using their services, etc. So it's a tracking system that they do just to help kind of solidify their needs, so to speak, and to keep track of what folks are asking for to then send back to their own university. So again, and there's Bobo again, he's just making a little roundy turn, which is fun. So that is what we have going on, what I have going on, and what you will hopefully be joining me with as well. So check below in the show notes. And as always, just reach out to me with any comments, suggestions, feedback, concerns. You can do that on my website. You can do that through the comment section here with my email, and you can reach out to me at my website is www.staceycancan.com. My email is info@staceycancan.com. And I'm on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. All of it is at Stacey Can Can. I'm even on LinkedIn at Stacey Can Can. So check me out on all of those resources, and I'll probably be adding a Pinterest account this year too. Just adding. Yay! But I'm adding some fun things through the year, and I'm so happy that you have been joining me, because this is a big passion of mine, is food preservation and safe food preservation, and I'm so thrilled to have you all with me along on this journey. Thanks so much, and until next time, happy